I was carrying groceries through the lobby of Riverside Apartments when my brother stepped into my path, blocking the elevator's cold. "We need to talk," Ethan said. "Not here." Mrs. Hargrove paused at the mailboxes. The students from 2C stopped mid-sentence. "Can it wait? My ice cream's melting," I said, shifting the bags, biting into my palms. "No." He pulled a folded paper from his jacket and snapped it open. "Eviction notice, 72 hours, Unit 6F. The lobby went dead still. I stared at the seal and the deadline, at the neat little threat printed in black. Ethan wore the grin he used as a kid when he'd gotten me blamed for his messes. "Ethan," I said, "what is this?" "I own the building now." He turned so everyone could hear. "Market rates. Professional management. Changes start today." My phone buzzed. Cal Mercer, my property manager. I kept my eyes on Ethan. "You can't evict me," I said. "You pay a fraction of what it's worth," he cut in. "Business." Cal's door opened. He stepped out with a tablet. "Is there a problem, Mr. Cole?" "No problem," Ethan said. "Just informing my sister." Cal glanced at me. I gave him the smallest shake of my head. Ethan produced another sheet. "Deed. Signed. I'm the owner." Cal scanned it once. "That's a quitclaim. It transfers only what the signer actually owns." "My dad owned Riverside," Ethan snapped. Cal's voice stayed even. "Your father has never owned this property." I set my groceries on the lobby bench. "Cal," I said, "show them." He turned the screen outward. Riverside Apartments, purchased August 2019, owner Marina Vale. Ethan's eviction notice sagged in his fist. Up in 6F, I unpacked on autopilot, the lobby still echoing in my ears. The ice cream survived, barely. When my fingers stopped trembling, I checked my phone. 5 missed calls, 3 texts. "We need to talk. Misunderstanding, please." Mom's message sat at the top. "Ethan says you humiliated him. Why didn't you tell us you owned property?" I'd barely started to type when the doorbell rang. Through the peephole, Dad stood in the hallway in his maintenance polo, Riverside staff stitched over his heart. His smile tried to appear, then failed. "Marina," he said the second I opened the door. "This got out of hand." "You told him you owned my building." "I said the family had an interest," he blurted, stepping inside without waiting. "He's been struggling. He needed something solid." "So you gave him mine." Dad's gaze dropped to my doormat. "I filled out the quitclaim," he admitted. "I thought if he believed he had a stake, he'd take initiative, be responsible." "By evicting me?" My voice didn't rise. That almost scared me more. He rubbed his forehead. "I didn't think he'd actually—" I cut him off. "I hired you when you needed work. I trusted you." His shoulders caved. "I'm terminating your employment," I said. "Effective immediately. Cal will mail your final paycheck. My attorney will send a cease and desist to Ethan about the fraudulent deed." Dad went pale. "Please, Marina." "Leave your keys with Cal," I told him, "and don't contact me for a while." He nodded, broken, and walked to the elevator. My phone buzzed again. "Cal, your father just left. Ethan's still in the lobby asking to talk. Want him removed?" I stared at Cal's text until the letters blurred, then set the phone face down on my kitchen table like it was a live wire. Outside my window, the river threw light onto the ceiling in slow, watery bands. "Remove him," I typed back. "Not arrested, just out." I ate Mrs. Hargrove's lasagna standing at the counter, because sitting felt like surrender. The building hummed around me. Pipes, footsteps, someone laughing on 5B. My quiet proof that community wasn't a slogan Ethan could purchase. 10 minutes later, Cal again. Police escorted him. "He's been served with a trespass notice. Photo is on file. Your father left his keys and access cards." My throat tightened anyway. I didn't want their keys. I wanted their respect. I wanted the family stories to stop turning me into a punchline. Another buzz, this time from Mom. "Call me, please." I didn't. I opened my laptop instead and drafted a message to my residents, hands steadying with each line. I told them I'd owned Riverside since August 2019. I promised leases and rents would remain as written. I named Cal as their point of contact. I apologized for the disturbance and thanked them for looking out for one another. When I hit send, a small, clean silence settled inside me, the kind you get after shutting a door that should have been locked years ago. I signed my own lease renewal at the same rent, then added a note in the margin. Loyalty matters. So does truth. Tomorrow my attorney would file, and I would breathe. Finally, I turned my phone off. In the dark, the elevator dinged once, distant and harmless, and I let it go.